Well, this is new to me, how they're doing it. And I didn't know you can do it this way and still have that same effect on the woman's body. I think that's so tight.
Yeah, like remember when I was pregnant and I would be craving like spinach and
I
all that.
Remember, Lord.
And that meant
oh Lord, I remember them cravings. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, Sim?
Today we are back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 100K. And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
In this video, I'm going to Johannesburg's most dangerous neighborhood.
Do you think Alex is safe?
It's not safe.
In search of South Africa's most unique street food.
Cold meats, fried meats, French fries, starch and processed meat.
I think we should find that.
But first, let's back up. South Africa is a complicated country with a dark past. Even though apartheid ended nearly 30 years ago, its echoing effects can still be seen in the underdeveloped, once racially segregated, urban areas.
Okay, y'all know I gotta speak on that. 30 years ago is not enough time. It's not a long time. We are fortunate enough to basically have all of the major ethnic groups of South Africa as supporters, and we have heard all sides. And we're able to see how people think about their country. And it's, at times, it's heartbreaking. Mm. It's like everybody still has a piece of what went on in them because 30 years is not enough time. You know, for us, the civil rights movement, that was a big part of our what can I say? Of our time, like growing up in elementary school.
Right.
Civil rights movement at that time was only 30 years, maybe 25 years around that time. Like 25 years before we were born, and it was still kind of fresh. You know, so like segregation. My grandmother, my mother's mom, if y'all know the story of Ruby Bridges, my grandmother was in school during that time in New Orleans. The integration of schools. She remembered that time. So 30 years is not.
No, I agree. It's not long ago.
It's not that long ago. So it's still gonna take some time for people to, you know, unify, people to live better together.
Right. I mean, people still building their family tree up, and it's just so many roots that has been taken. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So many branches have been cut off, and it's that knitting that we're all trying to have. You know what I'm saying? In that process of, you know, mentally being stable at the same time. So it's just a lot of healing and a lot of growing up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That people got to do. And I'm not saying growing up as in like. I'm talking about growing through it. Growing through it.
Yeah, growing through it. So don't get on my man.
Nah, you good, bitch.
But South Africa has a special place in our heart after learning so much about the country, the people, the cultures, all of the cultures. Like, it has a special place in our heart. So I wanted to say that 30 years is not enough time.
Known as townships.
What is a township?
You'll be put here and then you'll work in the mines or the factories and that type of things. Like a settlement. So maybe if you had more money, you would live in a different area. But it's basically a place you were just put there. It's not like a place you chose to come to.
Over time, townships became known for innovating unique street foods. What people lacked in resources, they made up for with creativity and skill.
So we have a base of toasted bread, and then I'm not sure, I probably explained it in the voiceover. There's a lot going on here.
This morning, we're starting out in the township of Alexandra, one of the poorest urban areas in the entire country. Here, scarcity is a fertilized bed for creativity. Proven by the food you'll soon see. This is River Park Cafe, located on the periphery of Alexandra.
This is how I usually make my entrance.
Okay.
No, not really. Not really.
Joining me, my companion for the day, fried chicken expert and restaurateur Andrew.
Okay.
Next to him, restaurant owner Chef Zanel. They both grew up in townships. She grew up here in Alexandra.
Is this what you would normally serve one person?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing this for the show. This is ridiculous. It's huge.
This is Chef Janelle's signature, stewed sheep tripe and intestines, or mohodu. Her recipe actually starts with more cleaning than cooking.
You have to make sure that you wash it, wash it, wash it, wash it, so that when you eat it, you just don't feel the sand or the little rocks in the mouth.
Next, she boils it for 2 hours.
The mohodu has to be soft, very soft.
And then the taste. Do you want it to taste gamey or not? Because it smells. Like it has some power to it. That's desirable, right?
Yes.
The ingredients are cut into bite-sized pieces and tossed back in the pot. The chef adds beef stock and white pepper. After another hour of stewing, it's ready to serve.
And then you have this on the side. You call it a dumpling. Growing up, I think my mom would call this like a popover.
Flour, yeast, sugar, salt, butter, and sliced carrots come together in a dough. Let it rise into a bubbly mass and load it into muffin trays. Steam for 30 minutes to achieve this fluffy, cloud-like dumpling.
I love the texture of it. It's like big, steamy, and soft. Oh my, this is so good. So we take that, we put it into the sauce. Oh yeah, super savory gravy. It's interesting. It does have kind of a wild, sheepy taste to it. But
Okay, so I want to say this. Y'all don't realize that we have some of the same foods.
Yeah, that's so fact. Yeah, that's true.
We have chitterlings. We have tripe.
Mm-hmm.
We eat neck bones, turkey
Shoulder.
necks,
Oh,
all that.
Ooh, child.
But sometimes y'all will hear us, Dion and I, say, "Oh, we don't eat that. That's us. We don't represent everybody, okay?
Right.
We just represent the Demouchets."
Nah, but they definitely eating like this though. This is definitely dishes that we may see. You know what I'm saying? For Blue
Make
Moon,
a
but-
gravy out of it.
Oh yeah, some good old gravy.
really good. It's got personality. It's not one of the chicks that holds
You like
the
that
suitcase
word.
and Deal or No Deal. It's Howie Mandel. So we try the meat now.
It's definitely tender.
Yeah, very nice, soft texture.
But once you get into it, you forget about the gamey smell.
And I don't mean it as an insult. It's like, it has a gamey smell to it, but then when you eat it, it's like cheese. It might smell strong, but you eat it and it tastes delicious. So how long have you been cooking this recipe here?
It's been years, and we keep on improving it.
Chef Zanelle took over a small eatery from her mother in deep Alexandra. 4 years ago, she moved it here.
I find when people say deep here, it has a certain meaning. What do you mean when you say deep?
It's deep because that's where you go into the core of Alexandra. You know,
okay.
it's the Gomorrah part of Alexandra.
So it's like a
Gomorrah.
location.
The deep
Yeah, like deep
or the
in
belly.
south.
Yeah.
The core of the township, where all the social issues erupt amid people densely packed against one another. It's where Zanelle grew up.
Sometimes we don't have water and also electricity, and sometimes I feel like they've neglected us so much. There's too many potholes, and also many of the youth here, they're not working. So when it comes to employment, it's very rough, and also that gives rises to crime. So there's too many challenges around here.
Do you think Alex is safe?
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
More than 60% of Alexandra's households earn less than $2,300 a year. Only 5 clinics cater to almost 180,000 residents. Having a stable life here is like standing in quicksand. But Zanelle is proof that anything is possible.
In my family, most of them, they didn't finish school, but then I made it a point that I myself, I'm just gonna challenge myself and go even further, you know, by acquiring a diploma in civil engineering.
But this is what you love, and this is what you want to pursue.
Yeah, I always told God that I want to open my restaurant one day, and I was saving money until it came to fruition.
Do you think there's a lot of people here who feel defeated?
Yeah, there's too much.
There's a lot of people.
There's too much, too many.
To better understand,
Believe it or not, but people here has similar experiences.
Yeah, that is true.
People here has been dropped in certain areas. There's a lot of stories, real life occurrences, but a lot of stories where people would create a life for themselves and then they're moved out by groups. That's just why I'm gonna go with that. But like, you know, project housing, there's a lot that goes on, and I would have to like really. That's a video for itself.
Right, that's gonna be a whole nother video
Yeah.
and a whole lot of more detail to conversate on for y'all to get like the real gift of what we're trying to say.
Yeah, but there's similar things happening in America. Oftentimes when you hear America, you'll be like, oh, they have this and that and this and that.
Yeah. But the same hood, the same poverty level, the same homelessness that you may experience or see people experiencing, same things going on over here as well.
And I know that's hard to believe. Like, no way.
Yes, way. 100% way.
Yes, way. You have to be willing. Like, if you are in that, you have to be willing, and you gotta fight your way out.
Yeah, and again, like you were saying, that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
like,
that's another video.
It gets deep, like the details behind it. You feel me? So.
Better understand the inner workings of Alex, Andrew and I head deeper into the densely packed belly of this township.
You gotta walk with somebody for that type of stuff. Don't just get caught out there walking.
The population of Alexandra is 4 times more than its infrastructure was designed for.
It's congested, you know, a lot of people from different places occupying the same space, so it's definitely hard.
With the area so densely populated, folks here struggle with low water pressure, sewer blockage, and flooding.
When I see a place like this, I'm looking around, I see kind of improvised homes, borrowed wood, corrugated steel, kind of a patchwork to make these small spaces where people live in now. But I gotta say, the mood here, much lighter than I expected.
Well, that's Africa. I feel like that's Africa. And again, that's how it is here in some places. But I've seen, like, we've reacted to a few videos where people are dealing with flooding, homelessness, you know, having to move around and live in different locations, but the smiles and the spirits are still there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a driven factor alone.
Definitely. Again, y'all know our story. We've lived in the worst of the worst to the best of the best.
Nah, they don't know all of it.
Well, not the best of the best yet.
Y'all know the whole story. Yeah,
yeah, but what we have shared, you know, how we lived in the housing projects. We've lived in the low-income homes. Mm-hmm. We've lived in luxury, you know. So we have, our perspectives is very diverse. We've lived amongst a lot.
And we're thankful, though.
Very thankful.
Because if it wasn't for those experiences, we wouldn't be able to have that true relation. Like,
right.
That relationship and that, we wouldn't be able to do all that.
But, you know, some of my best memories was in the hood as a child. Mm-hmm. Was where I can go outside and my grandmother could take a nap and I'm outside in the front porch, on the front porch, jumping jump rope and not have to worry about nothing because the people in my neighborhood, you know, they may have been doing things they shouldn't have been doing, but they was looking out for the children in the neighborhood. The grandmother across the courtyard was looking out for the children in the neighborhood. You know, like, that was some of my best memories as a child.
People are shooting here as people visiting. Oh, you can walk through. See, this is what I'm talking about. This woman lives here. She's literally trying to duck through our shot. We came here, of course, we asked permission, but people are so accommodating, welcoming. This is what they have, and they're open and willing to share it.
The word I use is Ubuntu, like people coming together and trying to make a space work. So people are definitely from different environments, from different places, and they just try to make things work.
When it comes to the townships, do you think the townships are responsible for creating their own types of unique food and cuisine?
Township food is basically a amalgamation of a lot of things in terms of culture, in terms of where you're from, and in terms of survival. A good example of that would be the slide.
I think we should find that.
I know a couple of places, but I'll take you to one.
Slide. It's a guilty pleasure bordering on vice. An unhealthy heap of delicious deep-fried processed food. The recipe here kicks off with bologna and salami on sandwich bread. Then a fried egg, another slice of bread, cheese, and a burger patty smothered with barbecue sauce. Cap it with a third slice of bread, but don't stop there. Load the boat with Russian sausage, Vienna sausage, and well-seasoned French fries. You can find this calorie...
This looked like a plate from our house.
Sure do.
Not our house, but like where we're from.
Yeah, that's like something I'm taking to go ASAP. I'm gonna need all that.
Bomb exclusively here in Alexandra. The cost for all this, $1.50.
So how would you approach eating this? Because there's so much food here, I don't even know how to fit this in my face.
So you go into the middle part, and then you just grab it where you can, and you just bite the middle. Most of the time, the middle.
Oh, you're going directly in the middle?
I'll go straight in the middle.
We have no tissues. You know what? Let's go for it. Delicious processed meats. So salty. I just got my sodium for the week.
This is something what keeps you away from home for a day. Because that's what you want to do. You want to drink and have more.
Oh, man.
It's a Russian sausage. It's a pork sausage what's been smoked. No relation to Russians.
No.
And this is very similar. It's a Vienna, like a hot dog sausage.
So what they've done is, I think they've taken pretty cheap ingredients and they've prepared them the best way possible.
Yes.
So if you have a cheap kind of sausage like this, you don't want to just boil it in some water.
No.
It's going to be limp.
And wood will take the flavor out as well.
But if you fry it, you crisp it up, you give it some texture, and then you just have a little burst of flavor each bite. How many calories do you think are right here?
You're hungry.
It strikes me when I come to places like this, some people use the word slum, especially for parts of it.
Yeah.
Is slum a bad word?
The word slum, it is derived from a bad word. But at the same time, it also shows your struggles and the diversity. And it's like a story, you know, from the slums to the hood. You know, it's just a story to it.
Andrew is no stranger to adversity. He was born and bred in Soweto, the biggest township in South Africa. He took himself from entry-level restaurant gigs to starting his own business, dishing out some of the best fried chicken in town. Now, he lives in the city, but he still visits Soweto to experience the unique township food he grew up on.
Okay, so I just want to, you know, y'all always want to know, like, our culture and our compare and contrast. So slums to y'all is the hood to us. So y'all would hear us say that a lot on the channel. We're from the hood, you know? Yeah.
Just put that in there real quick.
Like this stuff, a meaty favorite we're gonna try soon.
So, Soweto, I'm told it's a huge township.
Yes, it is. Originally, people came from different areas from the country and were settled here.
Soweto was one of many hundreds of townships created under the infamous Group Areas Act, implemented by the apartheid government. The act removed thousands of non-whites from most developed areas and assigned them to separate townships depending on their race, black, colored, or Indian. Today, Soweto is home to over 1.2 million people, 98% of those being black Africans.
So where are we right now?
Right now, we're in the DK, Deep Blue, in the cultural markets. This is a very popular market in Soweto.
In this corner of Soweto, you'll find rows of storage sheds that have transformed into an improvised market. Folks here sell live chickens, beer by the carton, and food of all kinds. While our meat is getting ready to heat up, Andrew has invited me to one stall for an appetizer.
I'm told these are called rocks. I mean, you could build a house with this.
But you eat it.
But you could also eat it.
What is this? What is
This is calabash chalk, a type of edible clay found mainly in West African countries.
So they break it into smaller pieces, take it, and they just put it in their mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna take a smaller piece. I don't want to be rude. Am I rude if I put the dirt back on the ground? I spit a little out.
That's where it comes from, so you can put it on the floor.
It actually has a nice texture.
Okay, bro. So again, his honesty is always real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so clay from the ground.
This reminds me of the people who has pica.
Was,
You know, like the pregnant women who wants like clay baby powder to eat.
oh yeah,
That's what that reminds me of.
Wow, that's different. That's
Yeah.
different. I wonder.
I don't condone that. Cause look,
It's not for everybody, yo.
I don't condone that.
But this is what's up, though. Okay.
You chew it, it's like,
But you're not supposed to chew it. You're supposed to suck it.
oh, terrible texture for chewing.
So because it's clay, what happens is it's gonna melt in your mouth.
It's like cake to my teeth right now. It has kind of a fun, silty texture. I don't hate it. I've had something similar in other countries, but it's much more sandy. And this is much less sandy. It's very
like
fine. It just creates like a
caramel
strange
slash-
Play-Doh texture stuck to the side of my
That's what it
teeth
look like.
that slowly
Caramel.
dissipates and gets swallowed over time.
In contrast to Haitian mud cookies, which are believed to compensate for a lack of nutrients, the calabash chalk is consumed by African women as a cure for pregnancy
Oh, look, he was gonna say it.
nausea.
Cool. So this is nice.
Nausea.
Pregnancy and nausea. I was gonna say it like it has nutrients that you're missing in your body,
Yeah.
and so you crave that.
Wow, this is new
Like
to me.
when you're pregnant. No, that's not new. Well,
This is new to me. How they're doing it, and I didn't know you can do it this way and still have that same effect on the
Yeah.
woman's body. I think that's so tight.
Yeah, like remember when I was pregnant and I would be craving like
Oh
spinach
man,
and all
I
that,
remember, Lord.
and that meant
Oh Lord, I remember. I'm craving.
and that meant like I was low on iron.
Mmm.
Like your body knows what it
Yeah,
wants.
I was finna say that. Your body tells you.
Yeah, that was just a little
I
different.
didn't know about the time I need some clay.
That was a little different.
Hey, why ever?
Well, no, my sister, she used to like baby powder, and I would be like, "Girl, what are you doing? Cornstarch."
Cornstarch. Hey, I would try it. I think I would do what he did. Though. I would chew it.
You would chew it.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to like.
See,
suck
I'm an
on it.
analytical thinker, and I'm gonna be like, my teeth though.
You don't chew it. You gotta just.
Oh yeah, he did say you don't chew it.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta break it down.
We actually came here for meat. I was gonna say food. This is now food, but we came here for meat.
He said, let's move on to the good stuff.
Just on the opposite side of the storage sheds, a clever twisted frame of corrugated steel and found materials, formed into a carnivore's paradise.
They have the menu on the wall. Some of these words I don't know. Itumbu.
It's like sheep's head.
Okay. Papa.
Papa is pap, so it's maize.
And salad.
Today, we're going straight protein with beef liver and beef heart.
3, 2, 1.
The organs are sliced and tossed on the grill. Then comes a generous shower of seasonings.
Oh, no.
The hot and steamy organs are further chopped into smaller pieces and smothered with more spice, salt, and peri-peri sauce.
This is beef and
On the
heart.
side, salsa and achar.
I think we're gonna eat first, and then we're gonna have a drink after that.
Okay, let's do it.
That's it.
So I think start with the hot.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some tortilla on
It's so
that.
beefy. You know, even though you eat to the cow's hot, it's so
For real.
beefy.
There's no lack of flavor here. They've seasoned the heck out of everything here. Super salty. I'm gonna try to break it up with some of this. We got the basically just a salsa, right?
Yeah, just onion, tomato, and chili.
Oh, that's nice.
It's fresh, almost cleans up so you can go again.
Or beer, a creamy brown sorghum beer.
It's a communal drink. You don't use a cup, so we're gonna have it through this plastic container over here.
Big
Very
cup.
creamy,
Okay.
fermented. It reminds me a little bit of Korean makgeolli, but more of a sorghum-y flavor.
Every culture has something similar to this. This is our version of that.
Right.
Well, I notice here it's like kind of offcuts, heart, liver, head. Is this food cheaper than like a steak?
Yes, it is cheaper.
So do you think that might be one reason that it's here?
It could be one of the reasons, but the main reason is to show that what type of man they are. Usually, man eats cow hearts and liver.
How important is that in a neighborhood like this to reinforce your identity?
It's important to show people who you are and how they perceive you. Image is everything. It's just the way they class themselves.
I mean, now you live in the city, but when you lived in Soweto, did it matter more?
Yeah, it did. You know, if you look cool, you get all the girls.
I gotta try this. Oh wait, I'm married. Now I'm ready for the liver, and this is loaded with seasoning. Hold on.
It's not gamey. It's clean.
Beef liver, easy to make it very dry and just borderline uneatable, chalky. This is really soft, almost like a little pate.
These guys grow tons of this type of meat. They know exactly how to cook it.
I'm curious, you know, yesterday I ate a lot of different street food throughout Johannesburg, and I can see that people here really like and appreciate meat. But in a place like this, in Soweto, or in this part of Soweto, what kind of meat is most available?
Chicken. Chicken is very popular. It's the daily staple around a lot of our communities. Then processed meats are big, as you're gonna see.
Compared to Alexandra, Soweto is a wide-ranging township. Here you'll find densely populated, improvised slums, rows of cookie-cutter homes, and modern suburbs. The food is equally wide-ranging. From nose-to-tail street-side dining, to vibrant bistros like this. Here, they're selling the Soweto signature, a prize many travelers hunt for. They called it kota.
We have a base of toasted bread, and then I'm not sure, I probably explained it in the voiceover.
The kota starts with a whole freaking loaf of bread cut into quarters, buttered up and toasted. Each toasted section is carved up to form a vessel. Now we must attend to the fillings.
Most quarters have the basics, what would be the chips, processed meat like bologna and Russian. But we've got a premium quarter today.
Beef patties are grilled, and onion rings are battered and made crispy.
The quarter is the brainchild of the bunny chow. So the bunny chow originates from Indian people who lived in Durban, and they used to have a curry inside. When people moved to Johannesburg, we adopted that style. But then we started putting our own spin on it.
Time for the bill.
That's universal.
That's very universal.
That's universal because jacqueline, what we have in Louisiana, that comes from Asians,
Facts, yeah.
and we just put our little twist on it.
Hey,
That's universal.
This looking really good though. I feel like this is an easy dish that could be made.
I'm looking like taking notes for our trip.
The hollowed bread is filled with French fries and topped with coleslaw. On top of that rises a tower of triple beef patties with layers of melted cheese.
I want to know how
Cap it
to
off
eat
with
that.
onion rings and garnish with pickles.
All right, show me how to eat this. Do you just go from top to bottom?
Yeah, how do you
Because
eat
it's
that?
so big, I'm gonna take away the 2 burger patties,
Patties, put them on the side just temporarily.
put the top on, smash it a bit, and try to get into it.
Oh, I like that. Handleability, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, see, you'd have been making a mess.
Give me a
We're having a
fart.
real
Right,
cultural
right.
moment right now.
It was fantastic.
Okay, we gotta hear your review.
I can taste the beef. This is definitely different because they're using like 100% pure beef on there. I like the fries. They're not thin. They're nice and thick and wide. And then the onion rings, crispy, thick, crunchy.
I love the garlic bread though. Essentially like a garlic toast as buns. So flavorful. I'm gonna try just the patty here. Oh, that's a good patty. Super juicy. The fat ratio, it's a nice ratio. Oh my God. You know how much this one costs?
$4.80.
This is ridiculous. For $4.80, it looks like a hurricane came through
Get
here.
you right. Get you right.
Going from Alex to here, it feels completely different. How would you describe the difference?
Alex still has new settlers. People are coming from outside Johannesburg and still moving into Alex. So it is more where people are generations in. Grandfather, my father, now me. But this is a good community. It's more suburbish. Then we have places like Orlando West, Sofeni, Deep Kloof, Velakazi Street where Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu used to live. So it's a diverse area.
When you look at the township, whether it's Alex or Soweto, what do you think are the biggest struggles people are facing there?
There's a lot of issues, but electricity, good roads, but opportunity is a big one.
For you, in your story, do you think opportunities were given to you or did you have to just make your own opportunities?
You know, the harder you work, the luckier you become. I washed dishes from the beginning. I moved around. I had to sleep on the road sometimes. All the sacrifices brought me to where I was.
But you see so many people here who seem kind of deflated, like they've just been defeated. So what do you say to those people? I know you can't solve all these problems, but you know, when you come across people who just seem kind of defeated, they're like, it's a Tuesday, it's noon, I'm just gonna drink.
That's a sad story because you can't convince them there'll be a better day because they have to change before you can change them. The government can only do so much. A community can only do so much, but it's always up to the individual.
Beautiful. Andrew, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can I have a sloppy handshake?
Now, I love this conversation they just had about the community of the people, because some people do have that moment of themselves where they don't feel like they have no hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, you just need to like have them see different, hear different, and continuously just like people like that. People don't want, like, sometimes they don't want to be around that.
Right.
They feel like, oh, you know, they just don't. But then, you know, you have some people who have that patience with them and they can speak with them and talk to them and then build that relationship. And sometimes that's all they missing is this relationship.
Right. Or just, you know, just a little boost, a little message.
Yeah,
you gotta realize people didn't ask to be that way.
That is it, right there.
They didn't see their lives like that.
They didn't see it coming. They really didn't. They was born into it, but they didn't see it coming.
And some people cannot grow higher than they know. Y'all know that's one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah.
They can't grow higher than they know.
Yeah, that is true.
Best ever food review show is a small team.
Yeah, but the food though, I don't care how low and down they may look, or it may be, or it may seem. The food definitely is a deal breaker. Always gonna have people in a good high spirit, and they're dealing with their circumstances. You feel me? They're still smiling. They're still having a good time. They're still grouping together as people.
Definitely.
And that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have love in the heart of something that looks like it's supposed to break y'all down, y'all gonna always thrive.
Yeah, yeah. This was a good one.
Yeah,
I feel like we got a chance to see a different side in modern terms. Like we saw Soweto, and I forgot the name of the other one. I think we saw Alexandra. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we did see a glimpse of them as well.
Yeah, but we got to see a modern, like today's time. Like this video was just put out this month. So it was interesting, eye-opening. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way.
Check it out.
As well as our join feature to become a VIP member of the channel. Sending your reaction request through our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.